Alright, welcome to Becky's Garden Paradise. So I have renovations going on this week in my house. They're remodeling my bathroom, so while my house is under a cloud of dust and they're making all that noise and racket, I'm taking advantage of this beautiful day to get some work done outside. So priority number one for the day is to get my patio straightened up. So I've already started pulling some plants, moving some plants around, and I'm just going to take you along the way so that you can see what all I have going on. I'm starting off with this bed that I have along the wall. I had a pot there and the ground was covered with leaves, and this area doesn't get much rain because of the eave of the house and the gutters. So it stays pretty dry. I've had a hard time planting stuff in the soil, because of that, because you got to really stay on top of the watering. But one thing that has thrived is this wandering Jew plant. So I planted it in the blue planter, and then it, vined down onto the ground and has rooted in the ground in a couple of places. So I'm just gonna clean the bed up and plant the Jude, or the wandering Jew, down in the bed itself. And then I have my lemongrass that I'm going to trim back because it'll grow back this summer. And I'm also getting my house pressure washed at the end of the week. So I have a lot going on around here, fixing up Becky's Garden Paradise. I have this patio light strand that I need to get fixed. And then I've shown you these plants before. One of the things that I did do is take this tiered planter that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I pulled the little saucers off because those things really keep the roots waterlogged and cause the soil to get really compact. So I've pulled all those off, taken all the stickers off, so it'll drain really good. And these were $1 a piece. So this little planter that I'm going to plant strawberries in, you could plant herbs or flowers in it too, has the good drainage holes since I pulled those saucers off the bottom. So I'm going to be planting that today once I get everything cleaned up. This is the pot that I had over there on top of that bed that I pulled out, and I'm going to clean it up, water it, fertilize it, and then I might plant something around this snapdragon that has yet to bloom, but it has some growth on it. So if I give it some TLC, I'm sure it'll be blooming in no time. Again, I'm cleaning up. Have this planter over here. I'm getting cleaned up. I pulled a few more radishes today, me and my radishes. And then these are the kale plants that you've seen. So exciting stuff. Enjoying the great outdoors, enjoying the beautiful day. It's sunny, clear sky. The high is in the low 60s. So, alright, so this is a jalapeno plant that I'm working on. So I started it from seed last year. So it's been kind of abandoned up against the house. So it hasn't been getting much light. It's probably also root bound, I suspect. It's been in this little pot with bamboo stakes. So I'm going to up pot it to this 4-gallon Dutch bucket. I've amended the soil in the bucket with worm castings and organic fertilizer. Once I put it in the pot, I'm going to top it off with fresh potting soil, and I'm going to trim a third of the plant down. I'm going to prune it down a third to help it out because it's yellowing at the top, but at the bottom it's trying to push out new growth. So I have a feeling if I prune it, take a third of it off from the top, that it'll be able to put more energy into new growth and produce more jalapenos. Alright, so just to show you what I've done so far, and this is going to be an ongoing project this week, working in the yard, getting different spaces cleaned up each day. So I'm still working on the patio. I got to plant this tower or tiered planter. I have these 3 that are on the roller, but the roller is not rolling very good, so I think I need to get a better one or a stronger one because I want to put these 3 on top so that it'll be 6 here. And I'm going to plant green beans and maybe some flowers in the big black tiered planter. And then I have this small tiered planter. They're both, I filled them all up with dirt. So I'm planning on putting strawberries in the small planter. So I'm going to work on that in the morning. I need to soak the roots of the bareroot strawberries for 20 minutes before I plant them. And then I got my jalapeno transplanted. I pruned it, gave it some worm castings, and mixed in some organic fertilizer in with it. I pulled the wandering jute out of this pot. I still got to get the roots out, and then I'm going to refresh the soil and plant a cucumber called Space Master that's good for containers in this, and I'll put a tomato cage in there for the cucumber to grow up. And then I got this kind of cleaned up. I planted some of the sprigs of the wandering Jew, cleaned up a lot of the leaves, pruned this plant, and then I still have to prune the lemongrass. We'll trim it back, get all the dead stuff off of it, get the seed heads off of it. And then what I found with my jade when I was cleaning up out here is that there are actually some little jade plants down on the ground underneath it. So I don't know if pieces fell off or what, but that's a bonus. So I'll bring you guys back tomorrow to show you what I'm working on tomorrow. See you guys in the morning.